What's going on, true believers? It's your man Keanu Believes. Folks, if you like making money and you like cryptocurrency, then listen to what I'm telling you. If you're a fan of getting rich and you want your life to be better, pay attention. Today is Sunday. The Bears, who had decided at one point they were going to resign, are still fighting. I'm going to show you some pictures in just a few moments. I'm going to tell you this is not financial advice, and then I'm going to ask you what you think. So I'm going to be posting some pictures of what is going on with Bitcoin, and if you have any idea how red and green candles work, then you're going to know that what I'm telling you is true. So 16,200 Bitcoin have been released from GreyScale today, and it doesn't look like there's been a whole lot of action from that regard. Now, what you normally see from that would be some sell-off, so you're going to probably, the pictures I'm going to show you, that's going to probably show you a little bit of GreyScale because it's almost impossible to miss. But the GreyScale that came out was bought in the neighborhood of 37 to 40,000. Now, the people that are buying into GreyScale are wealthy investors. They are not idiots. They are not people who don't have the means. They're not people who can't just sit down and wait for the money. So look at these pictures right here. I'm going to go quiet because I'm in my car and I'm just trying to splice this together so that you can get a look, and then we're going to talk about it. Here's what we know. 32,000 to 32,400 is the absolute strength line for Bitcoin. And what we see right now is every time it approaches that, there is a massive sell-off that's dropping you hundreds of points. So what does that mean? It means that the people who are whales, who are actively looking to suppress the price, are still active, and they are still looking to push that down for their final move to try to get in. Now, why does that matter? Well, here's the reason that matters, and I want you to pay close attention to me. Because it's over. Crypto winter is done from the stance of Wall Street manipulation. They have finally acquiesced. There's going to be a capitulation on either real estate, the retail investor, or Wall Street, and they've got more money, so we might see a fall in the price of Bitcoin just a little bit further right now. But the resilience that Bitcoin has shown is remarkable, and the result of that remarkable performance is that we are now in a situation where there's nowhere left to go but up. Something to remember: the people who are getting into Bitcoin from the Wall Street and the investment portfolio perspective, GreyScale is doing billions of dollars. JP Morgan is billions of dollars. Goldman Sachs is billions of dollars. I don't know if you guys are aware or know what's going on, but Bank of America just opened up a crypto unit, which means that they are billions of dollars. Yesterday, Anthony Scaramucci, who is a giant holder of Bitcoin, was on, I believe it was Fox Business or CNBC. I think it's CNBC now, because I think he burned his Fox bridge a while back when he didn't suck up to somebody. I don't know who it was, but it was somebody. So he believes that we hit a bear market back in May, and it's fair enough for anybody to say that, and that we are fighting through it, but he believes that it's going to be short-lived and that everything is about to get a nice lift-off. Now, why am I telling you about these things? Well, the reason is these guys can sit on and they can manipulate markets because they have a lot of money, but at the end of the day, they have stockholders and they have investors that they have to answer to. They don't answer to even themselves. They answer to people who are giving them money. And if you don't get a return on your investment, then why would you continue to give these guys money? So they're going to be under pressure. And longs and shorts will tell you as the days go by that there's a lot of people that shorted Bitcoin thinking that it was going to go down, and they've lost quite a bit. And you will see that there's a lot of longs going on right now. You will also see that there is a massive accumulation in whale wallets to the total tune of $3 billion in more Bitcoin. Now, what is a whale wallet? A whale wallet is somebody with 1,000 Bitcoin up to 10,000 Bitcoin. They have accumulated an additional $3 billion in Bitcoin. Now, why would the richest people be doing that? It's because they know that the price is about to explode. Now, from 10 to 100, which is another level of the wallets, that holding has gone up 2.5% in the last 2 months. From 100 to 999 has gone up 7%. Everybody who has the means by which to accumulate is accumulating. I can't fix idiots. I can tell you here today, I can rally the troops. I can give you just an idea and say, listen, if you sell right now, you're an idiot. Because anybody who's smart in investing anything loses on an investment when they know they can make money. Now, when you see guys that we considered or we thought were faithful selling, moving their stuff over, or dropping at a loss, some of these are guys that just feel like they need to make a little bit of money for a number of reasons. First of all, they actually need money. Second, the EPing contest for pump and dumps never really ends. These guys are just addicted to gambling, and they need to see victory when there is no victory. They need that fake rush that they get from doing whatever ridiculous move they end up doing. A couple weeks ago, I pointed out Floki. The guys in Floki, you guys were rock stars. You came back through and you fixed a lot of the problem that people had with Floki, and you did just a great job of getting people back to solvency. But guess what? Floki is consolidating. And what does that mean? That means that everybody at the top just ate a whole bunch of money all over again. That's the nature of this. Those are the cycles. If you sit in these things, you're not going to get the satisfaction that you want until there's satisfaction to be had. All you're doing is chasing a high. And I guess that makes you an addict. I can't fix your addiction. I can just point out to you that you have an addiction and hope that you have enough money to fix your addiction by making good decisions, keeping your money in products. And it doesn't have to be Keanu, by the way. It can be any product that you decide that you want it to be in. I realize now, and I've had conversations with several people who are in Keanu or were in Keanu that are no longer in Keanu, that they are still watching me every day for an idea of what the market sentiment is. So I'm speaking to everybody, not just Keanu, not just Ethereum, to anybody. Hold. Stop looking at the charts all the time. Take a break, breathe a little bit, and understand that there are a couple things that we have to deal with right now. First thing we have to deal with is FUD. Second thing that we have to deal with is Wall Street and the whales. Third thing we have to deal with is the media. And I did these things out of order because the media manipulates pretty much everything, but I don't want you to think about the media right now. I want you to think about yourself. It doesn't matter what people tell you. It's what you know to be right. If you believe in what Keanu is and is doing, then it's upon you to hold. It's upon you to make the decision that, you know what, I am going to be wherever Keanu believes, and wherever Caesar, and wherever Snoop, and wherever James, and wherever BH, and wherever the Jedi, and wherever these guys take us, That's where we're going to be. And I'm going to be happy when I get there because I know I'm going to be rich. The rest of it doesn't matter. So you can look at our chart. We're fighting, and every once in a while you see, and we have mini whales. We don't have these big guys that are in there right now. We've got a great spread, but every time we get a leg up to about 1,300, then we're having a sell-off. And really that just means that our line of support is at 1,200, and we really are not going or staying below 1,200 for any period of time. What we need to do, however, is we need some strength, and we need some real holders to stop the sell process to get us to that 13, to stabilize us just a little bit higher. And that's going to keep going. When we get to 14, 15, 16, on and on and on. Now, the second thing that I was talking about was the whales. And you can't control them. But let me tell you what's going to happen here. A lot of our whales are tethered, and that means that they have their money sitting in USDT, and they're waiting for a moment. They're waiting for a signal that Bitcoin and everything else is going to recover. They know that our bottom is here. They know that we already hit the bottom. They know that there's nothing but moon left, but it's not upon them to drive us. It's upon us to create the enthusiasm by which new investors are coming in, and they're not going to do that when the market is down. So these whales that we're waiting for, they're there. They're still going to be there, and we're still going to we're still going to see all of the big splashes that are caused by these guys, and all the reflection from the buying and selling. It's still coming. It's just going to come when the market starts to really right itself. I thought that maybe yesterday would be the start of it. I heard some rumors saying that later tonight we're going to start to see a little bit of a rise. We saw last night a nice little lift that wasn't sustained, because as soon as Bitcoin got to a certain level, there was a massive sell-off every single time, which means that we are still, and not that there's not a support line, and not that there's not normal fighting right now, but the normal fighting in Bitcoin puts us closer to 40,000. Just think about that for a second. There are lines of support at 32,000. There's a line of support at 34,000 for Bitcoin. There's another one at 38,000. But Bitcoin is currently undervalued, and you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that. So what's happening? And it's manipulation. We're getting to the end of the manipulation because it can't keep going on, because nobody's making any money when it's happening like that. So what we're going to end up seeing is we're going to see a whole lot of people finally capitulate. Hopefully it's going to be Wall Street. But if it's not, and it's the retail investor, and we capitulate down to whatever it is that they need to get their Wall Street boners off, 30,000, 28,000, whatever that is, that's going to happen. And then everything is going to change. It's going to explode, and we are all going to be part of a rocket ride. The last thing is the media. The media is your enemy. And I am not saying that if you're a Donald Trump fan or a Joe Biden fan or whoever you're a fan of, Marjorie Taylor Greene or AOC or any of these people, what you believe is what you believe, and what they say is what they say. What matters is how it's interpreted through a lens, and that lens is where our finance and cryptocurrency comes into play. When you're getting the news from Rupert Murdoch, you are getting the news that drives the price down. Why? Because the lower the price, the better off the investors are at buying. And who does he answer to? Investors. He answers to the people who are whales that buy big stuff. When you start to see Market Watch and Wall Street stop acting like assholes, then you will know that we are about to get sent. It's very simple. CNBC, and guys, I know that some of you, again, there's a divide in belief systems and stuff like that. They are on the same side. I'm going to move over here for a second. They're on the same side as Fox in this regard. They are all out for the people with the money. They are not out for you. They don't care about you. They care about all of the big time investors, because that is who pays their bills. CNBC and Fox Business are two sides of the same coin. They are all about the Wall Street investors, and they don't care about you. If you come along for the ride, fine, they'll find a way to steal from you one day, but they are not out for you. They're out for the people who made it, who got up that chain, and who can just splash $1 million and not think twice about it. That's who they answer to. Those are their people. And that is who they are manipulating you for. Do what the whales do. That's the general best advice I could ever possibly give you. Do what the whales do. And let me tell you what the whales are doing right now. They're not selling. When you see somebody sell 20 trillion Keanu or 30 trillion Keanu or 40 trillion Keanu and you say a whale dump, no, they're not a whale. That's an idiot. Because the whales are the smart people. They're accumulating and they're sitting on everything and they're waiting for the money. So let's not give credit and validation to people who are they're just tadpoles like us. They just got a little bit luckier. I can't tell you how many wallets I've watched that look like a whale because they have trillions upon trillions upon trillions. And then when you look at it, they have maybe 30,000 in that wallet. And what are they investing in? Come In You, or Do In You, or Porn Rocket, or dumb shit like that. Like, these guys are idiots. They're just trying to ride that rush. They're the addicts. They're just the addicts that got a little bit lucky because they used their stimmy to make themselves a buck, and now they're acting like they're great, but they're not. The whales are accumulating. The whales are amassing. The whales are going to get richer. We, the retail investor, we need to do the same and quit playing around and quit giving validity to all of this other stuff. Now, guys, if you like the content, subscribe. Absolutely leave a comment. Like the video. I probably should have told you that earlier, but like the video. For the third time, like the video. Everything that you do helps. If you want to contribute, there's a wallet down below. I appreciate the people that did. I got a couple of people that did recently, so thank you very much. Everything you do helps, and that's all I got for today. Yeah, let's all have a good Sunday. Hopefully Sunday night we're gonna blow up.
Make my shit the chronic. Drive around the world like Haley's Comet. Headed to the moon shaped like an omelet, and I'm just way too high to comment. Maybe we can dance under meteor showers. I wonder what a spaceship costs by the hour. On my good foot, cut a rug with a Martian, rolling up plants that we pick just to spark 'em. How in the world you get this far? Do you really know where you are? I can see you brought that sack. Can I get a little hit off that? You're a long, long way from home. If you're lost, you can use my phone. But if you ever come back, just ask for Big Willie the Martian.